everyone. So today we have Jenil Shah with us, जिन्होंने महाराष्ट्र लॉ सीईटी 2026 3 ईयर एलएलबी एंट्रेंस एग्जाम एक बहुत ही अच्छे स्कोर से क्रैक किया है. He has scored 98.98 percentile. So first of all, congratulations, Jenil, for getting such a wonderful score in this competitive entrance exam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Jenil, can you just introduce yourself and tell some background that when did you decide to pursue law as your career?
So, I myself being a chartered accountant and working in transaction advisory for the last 3 years in my articleship. Post qualification, I decided. So, I got to know from my partner at my previous firm that along with M&A, mergers and acquisitions, uh, doing law as an added degree would be more beneficial to me to understand the more nuances or the domain that I'm currently in. So that was the first time I decided to pursue law as a degree.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
So, यहाँ पे it is like you already had a bits of advantages of pursuing law because you being a chartered accountant yourself. So, was it difficult to manage the studies along with practicing the chartered accountancy?
It was, to be honest, yes, it was actually very difficult. Being a student only and pursuing law is a bit easy because you have the time, you can attend classes and study while you're on. But being working in a corporate and then managing was a bit difficult, but not entirely because I had some previous experience with my CA exam. So yeah,
Okay, so you were already experienced with working under the tough and the time-bound timelines. So that I think helped you. That's great. So, when we are preparing for this entrance exam, we need to have a strategy. So, what was your overall preparation strategy for the CET entrance exam?
so my strategy was simple. कभी भी जितना भी टाइम मिले ड्यूरिंग माय मतलब out of my work hours, I tried studying maybe in the morning before office or maybe after coming home. Consistency was the key. I used to study the day I decided to pursue and purchase those lectures was that every day I used to at least devote 2 to 3 hours, maybe in the morning or in the evening at least. But and basic revision was must, uh, and even mock tests to be honest. So I guess there were some chapter wise tests as well, even the complete. So I used to even as soon as my chapter got completed, I used to attempt those tests. So overall, consistently doing it every day helped me achieve.
Okay, fine. So, because you said that consistently solving the MCQs and referring to the lectures is very important. But when we are studying, there are definitely certain pointers wherein some subjects are difficult or certain topics are difficult. What was that difficult part for you?
For me, I'll go with the easy ones first.
Hmm.
So English was a bit easy, having some prior background, but I guess GK was the toughest one for me, given that the static GK and even the the current affairs. So I used to focus more on that, reading it in the morning every day, once at least, so that so basic revision every day, so that I do not forget the points when it comes in the exam ho tabhi uske liye. So GK was tough, and some concepts of logic were difficult. Law was a bit easy, but it needed thorough revision and some polishing. So my more focus was on logic and GK, doing it majorly every day. Baki English mein I used to study. I had solved the workbook once that was provided to me. That was a bit enough, हाँ. But tests के साथ उसको regularly giving tests helped me a lot so that I can overcome my mistakes. Additionally, I would also suggest the upcoming batch students to prepare a mistake book wherever you are going wrong in your tests as well, or those questions that you feel are difficult. at least make a mistake book, write down those questions. Maybe you can prepare it online as well, paste those questions or screenshots there. Keep it handy, refer it before your exams again, before your other second mock test or so. And once you feel you're confident with those questions, you may remove it from there or maybe strike it off. But prepare, knowing your mistakes would help you better, so that the questions or the problems that are easy for you, you may not revise those questions again and again. But jo difficult hai, so it makes it easy for you to refer it at one place.
Correct.
So that
Rightly
was my
said.
strategy.
This is really important, which you have shared. It is important to understand where we are going wrong or which part is tough for us and keeping a note of it. It is a very good tip. So, generally, whenever we are working, we work upon our weaknesses, right? So, for the LR part, what all strategies did you use? Because GK, you said you used to do it every day. For the LR, you need a lot of solving and practicing questions. So, what was your strategy for the LR subject?
For logical reasoning, I used to watch those lectures. Uh, I used to watch two, three sums first, and agar in the book there were similar sums, I used to solve it myself. Then I used to then again rewatch the lecture to see if what is being taught is what I actually applied. So blankly watching those lectures and then trying to just solve what is written on the board, that may help, but that would require two to three times of efforts rather than trying to understand at the first go, trying to solve it again, and then having recheck it again with what the professor has taught would actually help. Try to solve as many questions as could, मतलब जितना हो सके उतना questions additionally जो mock test में है, या फिर if you find any other material or any material that additionally is provided. So your practice is the key. So yes.
Correct. Okay. So, whenever we are preparing for an entrance exam, which is time bound, we usually create a strategy for it. What was your strategy for the CET exam?
Time bound as in hello.
Yeah.
So can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah. So the question was, whenever we are, appearing for an entrance exam, we usually have a strategy, especially for the time-bound entrance exams. So what was your strategy for the CET entrance exam?
So to answer this, firstly, assuming the tentative timelines, I assumed it to be in April. So I had roughly 4 to 5 months to prepare. Uh, I kept at least 1 month before the exam for my mocks and tried to complete the whole portion as much as I could in those 4 months at least prior to the exams. I completed solving those subjects and those chapters that were easy to me first. जो difficult था, I kept it for the last, because see, as much as I said to work on your weaknesses, you should always first focus on your strengths. कि जो मुझे आता है, at least I should know, I should solve it first. Keep it handy, keep it ready. कि अगर in case there is limited time and कुछ अगर रह जा रहा है, तो only those parts that are weaker to me can be left, and बाकी का जो आता है that you have already done. So that was my approach. And in terms of, given it's only a 2 hour exam with 120 questions, though GK and English may seem a bit easy, given that it can be, it won't take much of your time in the exam, but logic mein major time goes away. So for that reason, I used to track my each question, how much time I am consuming in answering those questions. So that is how I used to do. Yes.
Okay, fine. So, what when you appeared for the exam, what was your strategy on the day? Which section did you appear first, and how did you balance? Because I'm certainly sure that you must have come across a few questions wherein you thought that let me just leave it here for the time being and move on to the next question. So, what was your strategy on the day of paper?
On the day of paper, I did follow. I tried completing law first, because I assumed it to be. So I had my strengths in law, so I tried that. that was a different thing. Law ka paper was a bit difficult this time, the law section. So, but still, I tried to complete in the given time. जितना मैंने anticipate किया था, इतना time लगना चाहिए उसमें. Those questions that were difficult, I did answer that at that point itself, but I kept it marked it for review, so that in hurry maybe you may not leave those questions blank in case the exam gets over. So I think first thing is you should answer all the questions as you go. If you feel you're not confident with that, mark it for review, but at least answer it. जो भी gut feeling आ रहा है, whatever you're okay, and then move on to the next section. So first was law, then I solved I guess English, because then law थोड़ा tough गया था, so it took a bit of time. So to compensate that, मैंने easy वाला उठा लिया. So I did English so that I can cover up my time. तो वो I tried to complete थोड़ा जल्दी. Then I did जीके भी फिर फटाफट कर लिया, एंड जो बैलेंस जो टाइम बचा था, सो आई डिवोटेड टू लॉजिक, बिकॉज आई थॉट in case अगर लॉजिक में अगर कुछ there are questions that I may not be able to solve, I don't know, so then I can at least leave that, but the the subjects that are stronger to me, I can complete that first. So I followed this approach.
Okay, fine. So it is good that you knew your strengths and then you balanced it well according to the time period which is there. So, Janil, I would like to know, would you, because every time we learn something when we ourselves are preparing and we do make certain mistakes, or sometimes there are certain things which we think that शायद ये पहले पता होता तो और better हो जाता. So, has there been any scenario with you like that?
There was one regret, I guess. Before the exams or even after the exam, I thought I could not appear for more mock tests than that I should have, given the limited time that I had. I feel it is very important to appear for mock test. जितना भी मतलब classes is providing basic those chapter wise, subject concept wise tests are okay. That you are going to do with your lectures or with your revision. But appearing for mock test, मतलब at least I guess you provide 10 mock tests. I could appear for only 1 to 2, but that was one regret. The had I known or had I planned it better, uh, at least then yeah, I would have appeared for more mock tests and maybe my score would have increased a bit more. So that is one
Correct.
regret. And yeah,
Okay. So, Janil, what would be your tips for the upcoming law aspirants?
as I said earlier, be consistent, do it regularly. I know there'll be a lot of stuff you guys would be doing. Uh, College होगा, अगर maybe if you're interning somewhere, तो maybe internships होगा, plus your personal life, but at least try devoting 3 hours of your day minimum, I'm saying. Maybe in the morning you may divide it in the morning or evening, but before sleeping or you have to at least do 3 hours. Plus revision is the key. Every day those concepts that are not clear here to you, maybe try doing it every day, like GK, or for that matter, try solving logic every day. Keep your head calm, keep yourself cool. It's not a big deal, हो जाएगा मतलब, but doing it every day helps, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, fine. So, Janil, this was a wonderful session. I'm definitely sure all the viewers who are going to watch this right now and in future also, they will definitely learn a lot of things from you, especially that how being consistent and knowing upon your weaknesses and working upon it really helps to crack this competitive entrance exam. So, this was a
Complete.
great session. And thank you very
Thank you
much,
so much.
Janil. One last
Thank you
question.
for yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah. So, how was your experience with BEducare? You have been a recorded lecture student, and it is very wonderful that all our students are coming out with bright colors. And now I want to know how was your experience with BEducare?
I had a pretty good experience, to be honest. Watching those recorded lectures did help me a lot. Even though I had a background and I did know the concepts, but having someone or having those aids or support through lectures was much needed for me. Uh, so and even the mock test, because even if I had done it myself in the form of self study, I would not been able to reach here. So having some support is important. It can be in any form, having a mentor or having some better reference material. So be educated helped me a lot in that. So thank you to you guys.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jenil. And we wish you all the best for your very bright career ahead.
Thank you so much.